Hello, cocktail lovers! I am Yaroslava, sommelier and wine educator, your guide on this journey through the world of wines, spirits and cocktails. Today we will talk about the daiquiri and Hemingway. The daiquiri was a favorite cocktail of a famous writer. Of course, Hemingway drank extensively and sampled many different drinks, but the daiquiri was one of his top choices. In one of my recent videos, I discussed the classic daiquiri and its history. You can find the link in the first comment. Today, we will explore a variant of the cocktail tailored to Hemingway's preferences. We will also take a look at Hemingway's cherished bar in Florida, where we can virtually drink alongside the legendary writer. Although more than a half century has passed, we can still share the same bar space with Hemingway. Several years ago, I spent a few days in the Key West for the third time. I love Florida and I have visited it many times, always eager to return. Key West is the most distant populated island of the Florida Keys archipelago, stretching far into the ocean and almost reaching Cuba. It is a small island, entirely covered by a quantum town. The town is charming and the sunsets are beautiful, but why go a third time? The reason is simple. I had unfinished business. During my previous visits, I missed the opportunity to have a drink in a Hemingway's favorite bar. While it might be rude to intrude on a famous writer, having a drink in his favorite bar is not considered a bad idea, is it? This is possible because Sloppy Joe's, Hemingway's favorite bar, is still operating on the island. In fact, two bars in Key West claim to be true Sloppy Joe's, but I will clarify this shortly, or possibly confuse things further. Either way, it is a good reason to visit both places to be sure. The fact is that Hemingway lived on Key West for 12 years, and his favorite bar was Sloppy Joe's. The bar was owned by Joe Russell, a good friend of Hemingway. In many ways, the bar was the writer's second home. Hemingway once wrote that the lighthouse near his house was a great help on his way back from the bar. Without it, the journey would have much more difficult. Sloppy Joe's opened on December 5, 1933, the exact day prohibition was repealed. Joe Russell was a savvy businessman, so he did not miss a day. For its first 4 years, Sloppy Joe's was located on Greene Street. However, in 1937, Russell decided that the increased rent did not align with his sense of fair play, so he moved the bar to a building on Duval Street, just a half block away. Sloppy Joe's has always opened 7 days a week. The current owner also believes that everyone should have a freedom to quench their thirst any day of the week. It did not stop its operation during the move. Patrons ordered drinks and carried them along with chairs and tables to the new location. Some furniture and items that were not needed at the new place were taken home by regulars as souvenirs. Hemingway, for example, took an urinal and installed it in his garden. The old building changed names and owners, but not its purpose. The bar that replaced Sloppy Joe's is now called Captain Tony's Saloon. However, it still has a sign declaring that it was home to Sloppy Joe's from 1933 to 1937. Captain Tony's Saloon and the current Sloppy Joe's on Duval Street both claim to be the true refuge of Hemingway. Regarding the present conditions of both bars, I prefer Captain Tony's Saloon. Sloppy Joe's on Duval Street is huge, very touristy and noisy. Captain Tony's Saloon is smaller, cozy and frequented by locals. Of course, tourists are present too, but they are everywhere on the island. Naturally, it's just a matter of personal taste. It is worth noting that the Sloppy Joe's on Greene Street and the Sloppy Joe's on Duval Street weren't the only Sloppy Joe's Hemingway visited. The original Sloppy Joe's, at the behest of Hemingway, gave Joe Russell's bar its final name after having changed its name twice earlier on. The original Sloppy Joe's belongs to the Jose Garcia Rios and was located in Havana, the cocktail's birthplace. Hemingway drank plenty of daiquiris at Sloppy Joe's in Florida, but the first time he tried the daiquiri was in Cuba. To be precise, it was a bar El Floridata. The bartender, Constantino Ribalai Guavert, known as El Grande Constante, specialized in daiquiris. Hemingway liked the drink, but found it too weak and sweet. so he requested some modifications. The result was the Hemingway daiquiri or Papa Doble, Papa being Hemingway's Cuban nickname and Doble indicating a double portion of rum. While a classic daiquiri consists of rum, lime juice and sugar syrup, the Papa Doble features double rum, lime juice, grapefruit juice and maraschino liquor. There is a well-reasoned opinion that Hemingway did not have a delicate palate, preferring strong drinks and avoid sugar due to his diabetes. As a result, his modification of a cocktail was eliminating the sugar and doubling the rum. The grapefruit juice and maraschino were added by El Grande Constante to improve the drink's taste for the other patrons. So, Hemingway daiquiri. Put ice into shaker. Add 15 ml of grapefruit juice, 30 ml of lime juice, 8 ml of maraschino liquor, $90 ml of white rum. Shake well. Strain into glasses. This one for you, this one for me. Stay with me, subscribe to my channel. Feel free to ask questions and don't hesitate to support me. Salute!